After certainly an eventful first game of our Backpack Broadcasting doubleheader, it's Game 2 semifinal number 2. The winner will play Dykeman in the championship game Thursday night. It's the Sean Bell All-Stars, 6-1 during the regular season, facing Primetime 4-3. Primetime had to work hard to get to the playoffs, but they're here. Meanwhile, Sean Bell playing short-handed in this one, as they'll be without point guard Malik Booth, or pardon me, the St. John's product, injured his toe last week. Not going to be able to play in this game. Next to me is Brian Fonseca, who talked to Malik about that injury earlier tonight.
Yeah, basically Malik Booth said that he expects his team to still win this game regardless of his toe injury, and he does expect to play in the championship game Thursday. So he has the full utmost confidence in the Sean Bell All-Stars to go out and win this one against Primetime. Primetime, by the way, who have been playing really good as of late. And, you know, they're one of the hotter teams in Nike Pro City heading into the playoffs. So it should be interesting to see how the Malik Booth, how the loss of him affects, you know, the Sean Bell All-Stars, because he does a lot of great things for them, especially defensively and penetrating the lane, try to set up his teammates. So right now, that is a big loss. But Sean Bell, best team in the league, have the most depth, perhaps, 6-1. So, you know, they should be able to bounce back.
Certainly going to be a tall order for Primetime. As a quick look on the floor now, while both teams are warming up, and Sean Bell, although, as we said, Malik Booth is out, Sean Bell does seem to have a lot of their big guns in the lineup. The first one that you see is number 22, the Villanova product, Javon Pinkston. He's back after being away for a couple of weeks to play for Sean Bell, as is former Brooklyn Net Sundiata Gaines. He'll be in the lineup for Sean Bell, along with Ramel Brown and Halil Kanasevich, the big guy who had a big impact in Sean Bell's win last week. For Primetime, it's the usual suspects for them. Back again is Anthony LeBroy, Tyrone Johnson. He's amongst the top 5 in scoring and assists as well for Primetime, and he's warming up currently for the team in red. But the biggest player for them, both literally and figuratively, is somebody who was a late addition to the roster during the season, and somebody who, Brian, had a big game last week, and that's the former Iona College star, David Lowry.
Yeah, he had a big game for them last week. He was really the stretch four, so to speak. He was inside and outside, doing a little bit of everything, providing another all-around scoring threat for this team. And also worth note, Sean Bell All-Stars, Malik Booth was right there in their huddle, you know, trying to gather around his guys, trying to rally them so that they could get in this game and win. And these two teams did face each other July 19th. The Sean Bell All-Stars won 118-110 in what was a closely hard-fought game. So, you know, if another game like that happens tonight, we should expect a good one.
Malik Booth out again for the Sean Bell All-Stars. We talked to him in the booth on Backpack Broadcasting during Game 1. He told us he does expect to play Thursday if things go well for his team tonight, and there is a game for the Sean Bell All-Stars Thursday night. Malik Booth does expect to play in that one. But as we said all season, if there's a team that could maybe get by with an injury to their starting point guard, it is Sean Bell All-Stars, because coming off the bench for them prior to this game was Cliff Clinkscales, the former DePaul point guard, who now most certainly will be stepping into a starting role with the injury to Booth.
Something to watch also is that because of the loss to Booth, the defense will, you know, could be missing from there in Primetime. One of their best assets is that they have Tyrone Johnson and they have Anthony LeBroy at guard. Two guards who really penetrate the lane, two guards who know how to score, and two of the top assist leaders in Nike Pro City. Tyrone Johnson also one of the scoring leaders in Nike Pro City. So that guard attack is going to be very crucial for Primetime, as it has been, as they've been playing better in recent weeks. So we're going to see how this unfolds tonight against Sean Bell, where they could have the upper hand at the guard position now that Malik Booth is injured.
Sean Bell All-Stars wearing the blue uniforms. Primetime in all red. For Sean Bell, the starting 5 is Sundiata Gaines, Cliff Clinkscales in the backcourt. In the front court of Javon Pinkston, Ramel Brown, and Halil Kanasevich. 5 of the best in Nike Pro City. Meanwhile, the Primetime squad starting out with Anthony LeBroy, David Lowry, Terry Tarpey, joined by Vernon Goodridge and Kawan Smith. Tip controlled by Sean Bell. Cliff Clinkscales ahead to Sundiata Gaines. Is in the corner guard by Terry Tarpey. Sundiata to the bucket. Dishes it off to Ramel Brown. He's on the block. Doesn't have a good position, so he'll dish it back out to Pinkston on the wing. Guarded by Kawan Smith. Pinkston, pull-up jumper. In and out. Rebound to Ramel Brown. So Sean Bell gets another possession out of it. Here's Javon, guarded by Smith again. He gets to the block, posts up, out to Clinkscale. Then Kanasevich from deep. Perhaps out of his range, misses the three. LaBroya clears out for prime time. Gaines with the rebound for Sean Bell.
Oh.
Almost loses the dribble, but gets it back, guarded by Tarpey. Now he's working off his screen from Pinkston. Rather, Pinkston has the ball. Pinkston to the bucket in the lane, and the jumper is good.
Former #1 high school player in the country, Javon Pinkston scoring the bucket there for Sean Bell All-Stars.
Nice block by Ramel Brown as he makes his presence felt on the defensive end early. Brown, of course, multiple-time MAC Conference Defensive Player of the Year during his time at Manhattan College. And speaking of defense, a turnover there as Kawan Smith takes over for prime time. Out to their point guard, Anthony LaBroya. David Lowry with Kanasevich on him. He wanted a double dribble, didn't get it. Tarpey, the jumper no good, but the tip in by Lowry. As primetime evens it up at a pair of deuces.
Lowry could have made that a lot easier on himself had he just post up LaBroya. I mean, he is a lot bigger and stronger than him, but, you know, big guys want to play like guards in New York City.
Kingston drives right at Smith, step back and hit. Count that and a foul.
Javon Pinkston, very big, very strong, especially in this league. He's had much of a size advantage for most of his life. Using his power in there to get the first 4 points for the Sean Bell All-Stars.
Pinkston misses the free throw. Kanasevich tips it home, so it ends up being a 4-point possession for Sean Bell All-Stars, and they're ahead early, 6-2. Goodridge, top of the key, hands off to LaBroya, working around him. Now Goodridge going the other way. Here's Lowry on the block with Kanasevich on him, turns around and faces him up. Lowry, spin move, Kanasevich all over him, but Lowry goes to the left hand. Lowry gets to go.
There he goes. Too big, too strong for the guys inside. He could really exploit that like he did last week.
Pinkston's wild drive to the bucket, no good. Ahead to Tarpey, then to the wing. It's LaBroya for three. No good.
They got the shot they wanted and the guy they wanted shooting, but just could not convert.
Pinkston, the Clinkscales, now over to Sundiata Gaines, the former Brooklyn Net at the bucket, and he finishes. Sean Bell taking advantage early. They're up 8-4 with a little less than 3 minutes gone by in the first quarter. LaBroya around Kanasevich. Dishes it off to Goodridge. His jumper on the baseline too strong.
Way too strong. Over the rim. That's one way to make an airball.
Clinkscales with Lowry on him. Over to Kanasevich. Baseline jumper. His is a little too strong. Tarpey grabs the rebound. He'll take the ball up, pulls up for three, in and out. Pinkston on the corner. His jumper no good. Tarpey with the rebound again. Tarpey to Kawan Smith in the corner. He's got Gaines on him, now out to the top, and that's LaBroya with Pinkston on him. Around Pinkston, Kanasevich helps. Lowry from 21 feet out, no good. Clinkscale, quick pass ahead to Pinkston, who's ahead of everybody for the deuce. Primetime calls a timeout as 10 of the first 14 points in the game are scored by the Sean Bell All-Stars. We'll take a timeout as well. This one just getting going. I'm Backpack Broadcasting.
The Nike Pro City Playoffs are here, and Backpack Broadcasting will bring you the exciting action live and direct starting August 9th. Our local partner Lyft has a special postseason offer for you to get free ride credit. Download the Lyft app and use the code NPCPlayoffs to get up to $50 in free ride credit. Lyft, rides in minutes.
Sports Guru is the place where fans talk about sports via video. All videos are 60 seconds or shorter. We make the videos look more professional and fun by adding automated on-screen graphics. You can follow your favorite sports by team, trending, new, people you follow, and more. Type in the title of the...
Back after the first time out of this one as Kewan Smith's dribble knocked out of his hands and out of bounds by Javon Pinkston. So Primetime will maintain possession. 6 of Sean Bell's first 10 points scored by Javon Pinkston. As they're up 2-4, just past the 4-minute in mark of the first quarter. Vernon Goodrich's shot, no good, but David Lowry grabs a big offensive rebound. He'll take it to the bucket now and off the window and in. Pinkston working on Kewan Smith. They call 3 seconds on the defense.
Elijah Thorpe clearly wants to know on who. Pinkston to the line. Sean Bell All-Stars looking to get him involved early. He already has 6 of their 10 shot attempts.
Pinkston misses the free throw. It's a 10-6 game, 7.5 left in the first quarter. Gaines is going to use a Pinkston screen and pull up with a jumper that goes in and out. And Terry Tarpey grabs another rebound. Tarpey over to LeBroy. His runner. No good. Here's Gaines. Top of the key to Clinkscales. Back to Gaines. He's got an open 3. No good.
That's someone that they want to get involved, though. Sunday out of Gaines, former NBA player for the Nets and for the Jazz. As Pinkston goes in and gets the foul, Sunday out of Gaines, someone they need to get going with the absence of Malik Booth.
So Pinkston will go to the line again. Scoring is slowed after it was fast and furious in the first couple minutes of this one.
Yeah. Also worth noting, Anthony LeBroy got the start over Tyrone Johnson. Right now is on the bench, but that's going to be a valuable asset for Primetime to really utilize moving forward. Tyrone Johnson, again, one of the best scorers in this league, averages well over 20 points per game.
Shakur Justin just checked in for Primetime. Pinkston hits the second free throw. It's a 6-point game. LeBroy trying to get it to Lowry on the post, but Kanasevich is guarding him well. Other side, here's Justin with Romel Brown on him. Romel Brown gets the turnover. Here's Pinkston ahead to Clinkscales, loses his dribble, but dishes it out to Gaines. The 3, no good. Rebound comes right out to Kanasevich. He's got it at the top of the key. He'll look to Pinkston in the corner. Got Tarpey on him. Now inside the Brown, right under the bucket, but literally into the bucket, so he's got to dish it to Kanasevich. That layup is no good. Kanasevich wanted a foul, but didn't get one.
Sunday out of Gaines was covering his nose after he missed a 3-point shot. Not sure if that's why he missed.
Justin's drive was no good, but they say it went out off of Kanasevich, so Primetime will maintain possession. Referees want to talk about something. I don't think they want to talk about dessert. It's going to be something to do with the game.
Is there any dessert spots open at this time?
It's got to be.
Yeah, we're not that late yet.
Tarpey in the corner. They'll pass it back to LeBroy, who hadn't established himself back in bounds yet. And the aforementioned Tyrone Johnson about to check in for Primetime, but they'll have to wait at least one more spurt play here. Clinkscales around a Kanasevich screen. Can't get his hand around the ball. They call LeBroy for the foul.
I do like the move to bring in Tyrone Johnson off the bench, especially to put him in the same lineup with LaBroya. We saw how effective that combo was 2 weeks ago when both of them had big games in order to get the win. So Johnson already active here defensively on Sunday out of games.
Clinkscales, top of the key, over to Pinkston now on the wing. 2 on the shot clock, has to force up the 3. It's no good. Lowry called for a loose ball foul as he was not going to get that rebound, and he held Kanasevich, so he didn't get it either.
Primetime has been very good defensively in recent weeks, forcing teams to take back shots at the end of the shot clock. And, you know, we're seeing that here against tonight. So we may see them in the championship after an upset if this continues.
Clinkscales back inside to Kanasevich, posting up Lowry. LaBroya comes to help, then Clinkscales gets it back top of the key. 3 with Clinkscales.
He's looking relieved after that one. Sean Bell now ahead 15-6.
LaBroya down low to Lowry. He's got Kanasevich on him. Lowry takes the jumper. It's no good. LaBroya tried to get the rebound, but couldn't. Clinkscales has it instead. Clinkscales to the bucket.
Ooh.
Scoop, and it goes.
Nifty layup.
Sean Bell up 11. Primetime trying to get quick deuce on him. Johnson to Kawan Smith. Clear path to the bucket. And a 2-handed slam.
They say Matador defense. I'm not sure if you had anything in front of him that time.
Full timeout called by Sean Bell All-Stars. They're up 9, 4:51 left in the first quarter. Don't go anywhere. Stay on Backpack Broadcasting.
The Nike Pro City playoffs are here, and Backpack Broadcasting will bring you the exciting action live and direct starting August 9th. Our local partner Lyft has a special postseason offer for you to get free ride credit. Download the Lyft app and use the code NPCPlayoffs to get up to $50 in free ride credit. Lyft, rides in minutes.
Sports Guru is the place where fans talk about sports via video. All videos are 60 seconds or shorter. We make the videos look more professional and fun by adding automated on-screen graphics. You can follow your favorite sports by team, trending, new, people you follow, and more. Type in the title of your video.
Back at Baruch College, this is Game 2 semifinal number 2 of this Tuesday night. The championship game here of Nike Pro City will be Thursday night, and you can watch it here on Backpack Broadcasting. Dykeman has already punched their ticket for that game, and a big thanks to a big performance from Antoine Mason. They'll play the winner of this one. Sean Bell All-Stars up 9 in the early going. That's them in blue with the ball. Sunday out of games used to play in the NBA with the Brooklyn Nets and the Utah Jazz up to Javon Pinkston. Of course, he was an all-Big East player at Villanova.
That had potential to be a really nice pass. He got it through everybody, including his teammate. That was the problem.
Pinkston checks out. Tynell Murphy comes in to replace him. Not too much shuffling of the lineup for Sean Bell All-Stars so far in this one. Dave Seeger also in for them, number 13 in blue. That's Gaines with the rebound. Still a 9-point lead for Sean Bell, around 2 screens. Then driving on Justin, he gets the foul.
Coach Elijah Thorpe again really on his guys on prime time. You know, Sean Bell's really exploiting their holes defensively. Again, back to the free throw line, back attacking on the inside, and Sunday out of Gaines has an opportunity to make this a double-digit lead for the Sean Bell All-Stars.
In and out for Gaines. Anthony Cox will check in for Sean Bell, taking the place of Ramel Brown. Gaines hits the second. It's a 10-point lead for Sean Bell. 18-8 past the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. There's Tyrone Johnson. Down to Kawan Smith. He's in the corner now as he was posted up. Good defense by Murphy to force him outside, and Smith's drive didn't amount in points. Other end, Gaines with the triple. As Sean Bell lengthening that lead, it's now 21-8 with 3.5 left in the first quarter. Tyrone Johnson dribbling with Gaines on him, top of the key now. Over to LaBroya, a spin and a scoop. Nice play by LaBroya.
Wow.
Technical foul on the primetime coach.
The coaches have really been on the
And there's
worst.
another one.
Yeah, they've really been on the worst end of a lot of calls today, in particular.
Oh.
Center court here, assistant coach, very animated as he has been in recent weeks.
This is the first time we've seen him on the court, not in uniform.
I think they finally decided to give him a tech. Referees probably just decided, hey, we're going to give everybody a short leash today. You know, don't piss us off. Otherwise, we're going to start throwing out technical fouls, and that's what we're seeing right now. Head coach Elijah Thorpe not too happy either. And it doesn't help that they're down 11 with the prospect of being down even more after a trip to the line from Dave Seeger for the Sean Bell All-Stars.
It's something we saw in the first game from Bingo's All-Stars. Losing your composure in this game is basically the last straw in what could be losses for you.
Teams that have, well, for the most part, kept the cool all season long, but now, you know, it's the playoffs, so emotions are really gonna skyrocket as we've seen so far. So, you know, you lose your emotions, you lose your composure, and you can potentially lose out on the championship. As you said, we saw it happen last game, and it could happen again here tonight.
So when all is said and done, it's a 23-10 lead for Sean Bell All-Stars. They maintain possession of the ball, and they're ahead with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Halil Kanasevich working on David Lowry outside Tynell Murphy. Back to Kanasevich, posting up. Lowry again, spin at the bucket, and a nice last-second pass as Kanasevich found Anthony Cox underneath. And Cox drops the deuce.
No help defense at all. And again, Sean Bell exploiting the primetime defense that also shouldn't sit well with the head coach.
This time, Kawan Smith muscles to the bucket. Count that and a foul. And again, the assistant coach of primetime letting his voice be heard to the referees, even when they get the calls.
He wants a jersey. I think that's more or less what it is. He wants to be able to play for his team. Could you foul out in Pro City?
Yeah, we had somebody foul out in the first game.
Okay, so he can come in and get some fouls and do his due diligence.
Kawan Smith completes the three-point play. Meanwhile, on the other end, the Sean Bell bench seems a little tumultuous as well, as Tynell Murphy having some heated words with the coach. It's a 14-point lead for Sean Bell. Here's David Lowry at the free throw line, working on Kanasevich, lofts it up, can't get it to go, and here goes the other way quickly, Sunday out of Gaines. A 3-on-2 if they hurry, but they can't. And Gaines has it in the corner, coming up on 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Gaines guarded by LaBroya. Sears can't get it to go. LaBroya gets the rebound. Here comes Primetime going the other way, but the pass to Houston can't be controlled.
3-on-2.
Gaines for three, no good. Houston gets the rebound this time. Johnson to the bucket, that's no good. Kawan Smith with the rebound, but it's stolen from behind by Seeger. And looks like we're gonna have a jump ball.
A little surprised Tyrone Johnson didn't get the foul call there. He's usually been the beneficiary of those all season long. That is attributed to his 22.3 points per game.
Lowry checks out. Goodrich comes back in for prime time. So it'll be Kawan Smith and Dave Seeger for this jump ball in the near the prime time basket.
Mismatch. Sean Bell still gets it.
Smith had the height advantage. Mike Poole, who just checked in for Sean Bell, hustled to the ball. Underneath, it was Murphy who missed it. Now here's Johnson to Smith. Wanted to pull up, instead drives to the bucket. Falling down and gets the deuce.
They're going to need some more of that in order to get back into this game. Assistant coach was still giving it to the referee a moment ago.
So Mike Poole had a huge game for Sean Bell last week. Comes off the bench for him this week. Pass to Poole, intercepted by Johnson. Tyrone Johnson fouled at the bucket. So Primetime getting a little something going here late in the first quarter. Trying to bring you on the floor here. Juan Smith just telling his coach, I'm not even tired yet. He's played the whole first quarter. He's played well, though, and he's working the boards for primetime, something they desperately need. And there he gets his hands on the ball, can't get the steal. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Poole with a tough jumper that's no good. And Harrison grabs the rebound, and then he double dribbles. Jannar Harrison, who just checked in, skied for the rebound, but then was rather unforced in a turnover on a double dribble.
Both Coach Thorpe and Coach Raheem very animated, and we're only in the first quarter.
25 seconds left in that first quarter. Johnson to Smith, working on Murphy in the corner. Smith will shoot it from deep in and out. Was a 3, and it was halfway down. The halfway doesn't count. Dave Seeger driving the lane on LaBroya at a nice runner with 2 seconds left in the first quarter. LaBroya trying to get a last shot. It's good! LaBroya with a big triple at the buzzer to cut the deficit to 9. Could it end up being a big one, as Sean Bell's head coach quite angry that they allowed that shot to get off. Nonetheless, 29-20 the score at the end of the first quarter of semifinal number 2. Don't go anywhere. Nike Pro City Playoffs on Backpack Broadcasting.
Nike Pro City Playoffs are here, and Backpack Broadcasting will bring you the exciting action live and direct starting August 9th. Our local partner Lyft has a special postseason offer for you to get free ride credit. Download the Lyft app and use the code NPCPlayoffs to get up to $50 in free ride credit. Lyft, rides in minutes.
Sports Guru is the place where fans talk about sports via video. All videos are 60 seconds or shorter. We make the videos look more professional and fun by adding automated on-screen graphics. You can follow your favorite sports by team, trending, new, people you follow, and more. Type in the title.
What I love about tonight's matchup is that you have 2 completely different teams on the court. You have Sean Bell, who's been very dominant in this league. They almost finished their regular season with a perfect record. And you have Primetime, who's been very resilient these past few weeks. At one point, they were just 1 loss away from ending their season, and ever since then, they've been fighting extremely hard to get to this point. The competitiveness and the energy of this game has been at an all-time high. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Naomi. So we are through with 1 quarter of the second semifinal here tonight. Again, the winner will play Dykeman in Thursday night's championship game that you can watch right here on Backpack Broadcasting. But before we get to that, Brian, we got to finish this one. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Javon Pinkston with his 8 points. That's a game high for the Sean Bell All-Stars, who have a 9-point lead. After 1, nice pass there from Juan Smith. Gets fouled, but it's Smith who had his man fooled, and then was able to cut back to the basket for the opening.
Back to Pinkston really quickly. He had a lot of those points early. He kind of slowed down later on. So we'll see how that continues right now as Primetime gets a trip to the line. They're going to convert these.
Smith gets the first. So Smith's got 8 as well now after he hits that free throw. 3 of 6 from the field. make that 3 of 7 with the layup missed on the foul. He misses the free throw, and Sean Bell grabs the rebound. But it's an 8-point deficit only for Primetime, who seem to have the wheels almost fall off of them late in the first quarter there, but they've maintained and gotten back within single digits. Lazy pass there by Murphy, knocked away by Terry Tarpey. He'll maintain Sean Bell ball.
It seems like Coach Raheem is getting on his Sean Bell All-Star squad for lack of communication, if I were to guess.
And there may be a classic example as Houston was waiting there behind Murphy. Nobody told him he was there, and he was able to strip the ball from Murphy without him even looking.
That's exactly what it looked like there, lack of communication. So they're within 6 now, and Sean Bell recently had a big lead.
Murphy too short on the drive, got the rebound. Second chance, though, good. Houston with the rebound now. So it's a 6-point game. Primetime can get even closer here. Tarpey to Tyrone Johnson around the screen. He's got Murphy on him. Now he's got Anthony Cox on him. Tarpey from deep. The triple is good. Primetime within 3.
The Primetime sideline is loving this right now. Elijah Thorpe clapping his hands right in front of us. Tyrone Johnson's playing great perimeter defense right here. Eats a screen, but the team is right back in it.
Poole hits the 3 to make it a 6-point game once again. So Sean Bell answers and doubles their lead. Johnson guarded heavily by Cox. Tarpey 3 in and out.
He was looking for Vernon Goodrich down low, couldn't quite get the position. Got to talk up an L on that last possession.
Murphy right at Johnson. Got the foul call and the bucket. He'll go to the line to complete the 3-point play.
Murphy really wanted that one because if you remember a couple plays ago, he got the offensive rebound. He went up 1-on-4, and he came up on the short end of that. So a little bit of vengeance for Murphy here.
Pinkston checks back in, as does Kayvon Lynch for his first action of the game.
Kayvon Lynch has had some big games for the Sean Bell All-Stars this season. We'll look to see how he does tonight.
Murphy completes the 3-point play. Those are his first points of the game. 35-26, so as quickly as Primetime got the deficit down to 3, it's now back up to 9. Here's Smith trying to post up Murphy. Murphy won't allow that. Back out to the top of the key. Tyrone Johnson. A triple is good. So it's been a game of 3s in the second quarter. And Sean Bell leads just 6 now as we cross the 10-minute mark.
Not really a great possession for Primetime, but you'll take the 3 any way you can get it. He had a lot of space. Good Tyrone Johnson.
Murphy went up and down, but was able to dish it to Seeger before he landed. Seeger hit the mid-range jumper, so it's an 8-point lead.
How about Vernon Goodrich flying all over the place on defense, really trying to get a block and get his team going.
Johnson's runner, rather, and a nice tip-in by Houston, rather. 6-point game, 9 minutes left, second quarter. Here's Seeger, drives, pulls up, and hits from the baseline. A couple nice plays by Dave Seeger to maintain Sean Bell's advantage. Tarpey off the screen from Smith. Found him on the cutter, but Kayvon Lynch was there to intercept. Lynch leaving a 4-on-2, taking himself, and he misses the layup. Tarpey tried to get a fast break the other way, but Javon Pinkston called for a reach.
Not something you see every day where you have like a 3-on-1 or a 4-on-1 with a big running the action and a big going for the finish as opposed to giving it up. So Kayvon Lynch did that there.
Maybe that's why you don't see it as often as you do, because Lynch missed the layup. We got a timeout on the floor now as it's a 8-point game. We'll be back on Backpack Broadcasting after this.
Overtime is the sports app bringing basketball highlights from NYC to the world. To see all the top plays from Pro City and the basketball scene, download Overtime in the Apple App Store. Make sure you check out the High School Basketball channel to see if your plays made the cut. Who's got the best game in New York City? Overtime does.
Gotta go to Moe's. Gotta go to Moe's. Gotta go to Moe's. Yeah. Gotta go to Moe's.
Back at Baruch College, midway through the second quarter, or just about, rather, Brian Fonseca alongside myself. Ooh, ill-advised pass there by Houston, as Murphy was able to just snatch it out of the air over to Poole. The three-pointer no good. Lowry had the rebound in his hand but lost it. And they say no foul. They just say he lost it.
We're seeing a lot of three-point attempts on fast breaks. You know, these teams are really trying to run up the score on one another.
So Sean Bell maintains possession to get a new shot clock. Pinkston guarded by Lowry. Pinkston to the bucket, pulls up, fade away, no good. Goodrich gets the rebound for prime time, and we go the other way quickly. Terry Tarpey. Lost his dribble, now finds Lowry on the wing with Pinkston on him. So the same matchup the other way. Lowry to the bucket, late pass to Goodrich, who's stripped at the last second, and he's got to toss it out. Does. 2 on the shot clock for Johnson. He can't grab it, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Good defense by Sean Bell All-Stars. Active hands is even late in shot clock. Primetime couldn't even maintain possession of the ball to get a shot off.
No, they caused a very messy possession from primetime. And Sean Bell has an opportunity to make this double-digit lead with a bucket here. They've been getting inside with ease like we see right there from Murphy.
Mel Murphy right at the bucket, and a skillful finish with the left hand of the bucket off the window. 41-31, Sean Bell has their double-digit lead back. David Lowry trying to cut into that here. Now he's guarded by Ramel Brown, and Javon Pinkston came with a double, and it ends up with a turnover. Seeger in the corner to Poole, and his pass is swatted away by Tarpey. Sean Bell maintained possession.
What was he trying to do there? An alley-oop or something?
I thought a lob maybe, but nonetheless, Kawan Smith checks in for Houston.
We'll chalk that up as an ill-advised pass. At least I will.
That's how we describe it, yes. Murphy. 10 on the shot clock. He'll just pop it from 3, and it's good. A 13-point lead now for Sean Bell as they quickly, somewhat quietly, built that advantage back up in the last 2 or 3 minutes here. Goodrich guarded by Pinkston. Brown comes to help.
After that last 3 by Murphy, Kawan Smith wanted the ball to take right back to him on the offensive side. So we're seeing a little battle perhaps form there, because after Murphy made it 3, he kind of screamed, looked at him, you know, kind of things you'll see in the playoffs on Nike Pro City.
Smith, definitely the emotional leader of this primetime team.
That's another steal from a bad primetime pass. And speaking of steals, we have another one.
Smith to the bucket. Nice finish.
Some ill-advised passes from both teams, specifically primetime trying to get the ball down low, and Sean Bell All-Stars just see it coming. Primetime is yet to make the adjustment.
Coming up on 6 minutes, the halfway point of the second quarter. It's an 11-point lead for Sean Bell. Murphy driving on Smith, and they call a foul on Kawan Smith.
You could see Murphy's confidence growing with each drive. He feels like he can get in there with ease, and so far he has, and he's earned another trip to the foul line because of it.
The primetime bench telling Kawan Smith to take it to the bucket.
Which we just saw him do. Elijah Thorpe definitely wants more of that because he knows how effective it could be for his team.
Murphy misses the second. Tarpey gets the rebound. Now it's LaBroya looking for an opening at the free throw line to the bucket, but he's swatted away. Primetime will maintain possession.
Smith was almost signaling to LaBroya there like that he was going to cut.
Tarpey off the screen. No good. Goodridge's rebound putback is no good, and Brown tried to get the rebound.
That was a gimme. You got to make those.
They call it out on Brown after conferring, as the refs at first said it was Sean Bell ball. But then they changed their mind as Brown clearly touched it last.
Yeah, another messy possession for primetime. They only have 33 points right now. The defense has a lot of holes in it, as we've seen so far.
Murphy's played well in this first half. He's guarded by Kawan Smith now. Got the side of his side of the floor to himself, but dishes it off now. Here's Mike Poole, step and shoot, and hit it. Mike Poole, the former Rutgers star, has had a good Nike Pro City season.
Player of the game last week. And Sean Bell's win.
Here's Smith, post and then drive, and he gets the foul call. They'll call Marvin Roberts. Murphy comes out, Kanasevich comes in, and even though Murphy's played well in this first half, he still gets an earful from the coach on the way to the bench.
Coach is telling him to stop using his hands on defense and to move his feet so then he doesn't commit silly fouls like the one he just did.
Smith posting up, turnaround, kind of one-handed runner, stationary runner, can we call it?
Turnaround hook-ish shot, hookish. Where he's getting inside like his coach demanded of him a couple minutes ago, and we're seeing the effects of that right now.
Roberts guarded by Lowry, jumper no good. Kanasevich gets the offensive rebound, clears it out to Seeger. Seeger to Ramel Brown, muscling inside, gets the foul call.
As Coach Thorpe's voice screeches and he walks by our bench, he wants to know how many timeouts he has. Perhaps he's going to use one right now to talk it over. It's very critical that, you know, primetime can put a run together, or hopefully for them, in order to get back in this game before the half, because you don't want to go to halftime being down by double digits.
Brown hits the first free throw. It's a 13-point lead for Sean Bell. It was as small of a lead as 3 in the second quarter, but that didn't last long as Sean Bell's built it back up. Brown hits them both. Tarpey to Quan Smith. Now he's guarded on the block by Marvin Roberts. Double comes, pass to Lowry underneath. Nice move for the bucket.
They need more David Lowry in their offense. He was so big for them down the stretch of the season. Haven't seen enough of him yet this evening, so it's nice to see him get involved, and they're going to need that.
Roberts off the screen. Now he's guarded by Lowry. Brown in the other corner had to hustle to save it from going out of bounds. Roberts thought about it 3/4 second. Now drives, no foul called. And they say prime time touched it last. So Sean Bell will maintain possession with 0.5, half a second left on the shot clock. It'll be tough for Sean Bell to even get this off. I think that's actually 0.5, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was 5 seconds. It just says 5. As you can see on our graphic on the bottom of the screen, it says 0.5. Oh. The good news is I was right. The bad news for primetime is they call a goaltend.
Yeah, coaches were preaching defense here. For the most part, they defended that well, but the block just came up half a second late.
14-point lead for Sean Bell All-Stars. LaBroya dishes to Goodridge, top of the key. Now he's got Lowry posting up Ramel Brown. A good old Iona-Manhattan matchup there outside the LaBroya. That 3 air ball. And it goes out of bounds. Sean Bell takes over.
Brutal 3-point attempt from Anthony LaBroya, a.k.a. Brad Pitt. Misses that one, and down by 14. Thorpe is still trying to get his guys into it.
Kanasevich ball handling about 30 feet away from the bucket. Now inside to Marvin Roberts, or Dave Seeger rather. Posting up LaBroya. Seeger off the rim, no good. Lowry gets the rebound. Here comes Seeger behind Lowry, but he passed it before he could steal it from him. LaBroya up and under. Nice play. Roberts no good, and Primetime can string a couple buckets together here, perhaps. Lowry at Brown, no good, but the rebound is good.
They're going to need Lowry inside once again. Not giving up on the play either. Going up, getting it right back after the miss, putting it back off the offensive rebound.
Seeger down low to Kanasevich. He dishes play outside the pool. Pump fake and a drive. No good. Lowry with the rebound. Primetime can get it within single digits here. 2.5 left, second quarter. LaBroya off a screen at the elbow. Crossover twice and take the three. That's no good.
That was a good opportunity for Primetime there. They settled for a three-point shot off the dribble when they didn't have numbers as well. They couldn't set up their offense because of it.
Seeger, fadeaway, it's good.
That's why those threes in transition, they could kill you if you miss them. So you got to get back on defense if you're putting it up on the break.
Primetime down at dozens. LaBroya top of the key. Lowry for three. And that's no good as well. And the worst part for the Primetime, these long distance shots are being taken with nobody underneath to try to get an offensive rebound. They do get a defensive rebound here. Tarpey hustling. Layup. No good. They wanted a goaltend, they didn't get it. And they say it's Sean Bell ball.
They wanted a goaltend or a foul and didn't get either. Tarpley didn't really draw enough contact there. It kind of finessed his layup when, with the windmill, and it didn't work out for him there. Assistant coach is almost at the foul line again.
Full timeout on the floor. Sean Bell up 53-41. We'll have the last couple minutes of the second quarter. Nike Pro City semifinal Tuesday here on Backpack Broadcasting.
Sports Guru is the place where fans talk about sports via video. All videos are 60 seconds or shorter. We make the videos look more professional and fun by adding automated on-screen graphics. You can follow your favorite sports by team, trending, new, people you follow, and more. Type in the title of your video and it will automatically go into your on-screen graphics. Tag your teams and publish. Sports Guru, let's talk sports.
Athletes aren't reasonable. Is it reasonable?
Back at Baruch College, it's a 12-point lead for Sean Bell All-Stars. They've led for basically this entire game. They've won 6 of 7 that they played during the regular season. Primetime, though, trying to pull off the upset and improve to Thursday's Nike Pro City 2016 championship game where they would play Dykeman, who beat Bingham's All-Stars, the defending champs in our game number 1 of this evening here on Backpack Broadcasting. Again, you can watch that Nike Pro City championship game right here on Backpack Broadcasting Thursday night. Sundiata Gaines driving and losing his footing underneath, but Sean Bell maintained possession. Jameek Revere, first action of the game, checks in, pass to Hanil Kanasevich, who misses the long jumper, and LaBroya clears it for Primetime. Third step drive, Ramel Brown stuffs it, but Goodrich grabs the rebound and puts it home.
We have a press. Look at this, trying to cause some turnovers.
Full court pressure from Primetime, not really high pressure, just more of an annoyance than anything else. Revere drives past LaBroya and gets it to go.
He has the Malik Booth number 2 uniform, and
He looked like him there.
yeah, exactly. It also fits. That's worth noting as well.
Johnson from about 6 feet. That runner no good. Lowry got a rebound, and they quickly call a foul on Ramel Brown.
Primetime's going to want to really cut into this lead before halftime, but that's what makes these free throws so critical here from David Lowry.
Makes the first. We get within 10 if he makes the second. He does. So Lowry hits them both. 10-point game, 45 seconds left in the first half. Sundiata Gaines with the ball, and Terry Tarpey guarding him. Gaines behind the back, fadeaway jumper.
Good
Tarpey
defense.
jumped up to swat it. 2-on-1 for Primetime, and the big slam from Vernon Goodrich, who was trailing the play. Nice pass from LaBroya to Goodrich and to the bucket. 15 on the shot, 15 now on the game clock, so they got to get a shot off here before the shot clock expires. 6 on it now. Here's Revere with LaBroya on him. Drives on LaBroya, right at him, stuffed by Lowry. That's the shot clock. We're still going. And a foul called. Kanasevich will go to the free throw line, but it seemed like nobody was even really guarding him.
Very interesting turn of events there.
The shot clock went off first, and that confused everybody, thinking that was the end of the half, but it wasn't. And Kanasevich got a chance for a putback, and they say Tarpey fouled him, so Kanasevich will shoot a pair of free throws here before we get to halftime. They put 2 seconds back on the clock as well. So Canis actually, it's 0.2. They just changed it again. So fans are going to get a head start on using the restrooms as Kanasevich tries to get a longer, bigger lead for Sean Bell before half. He hits the first.
These free throws,
they're big, and they maybe shouldn't even have happened because it seemed like both teams stopped after that first horn, but that was only the shot clock, and there was about a 2-second differential.
Yeah.
Kanasevich seemed to be the only one playing. He hits both free throws. And that's the first half. So Sean Bell gets back their 10-point lead in the very closing second of the first half. They lead 57-47 on prime time here as we enter halftime of this semifinal. A frustrating end to the half of prime time, who in the possession or two before that seemed to be cutting into the deficit. So as both teams kind of talk it over during halftime, it's going to be tough for primetime to change their momentum, which they've seemed to do a couple times, but couldn't maintain it again there at the end of the first half. Primetime getting within single digits, but no closer, and it's a 10-point deficit at the half. So we'll take a break here and go to commercial as we wait for the second half to begin. Don't go anywhere on Backpack Broadcasting.
Sports Guru is the place where fans talk about sports via video. All videos are 60 seconds or shorter. We make the videos look more professional and fun by adding automated on-screen graphics. You can follow your favorite sports by team, trending, new, people you follow, and more. Type in the title of your video and it will automatically go into your on-screen graphics. Tag your teams and publish. Sports Guru, let's talk sports.
Athletes aren't reasonable. Is it reasonable to demand more speed from the same legs? More power from the same muscles? More air against the same gravity? I mean, does this look reasonable? No. But that's what it takes to achieve more. Because every ounce of energy, every milligram of material, every fraction of a second matters. As you demand more performance from the same body, we demand more performance with less waste. Transforming limited resources into limitless potential.
The Nike Pro City playoffs are here, and Backpack Broadcasting will bring you the exciting action live and direct starting August 9th. Our local partner Lyft has a special postseason offer for you to get free ride credit. Download the Lyft app and use the code NPCPlayoffs to get up to $50 in free ride credit. Lyft, rides in minutes.
Evans for three. Oh, how about that? And now the Dolphins break in as it's Wisakowski who drills it in. Trip, nice move, and finished. Nice pass, Core with the jam.
Yeah.
Guys, the ball up to the near post, and there to hit the ball into the goal is Mustafa Harani. And a slam by Sidney Wilson.
Pick our favorite player, and we heard your handles were pretty tight.
Takes a lot of practice. Practice at breakfast. Left hand works the dribble. Right hand gets the serve.
Can you practice in the theater?
Back at Baruch College for the second half of our second semifinal here in Nike Pro City 2016. The winner of this one will play Dykeman Thursday night in the championship game. You can watch that here on Backpack Broadcasting. If you can't get down to Baruch College yourself, Brian Fonseca, a first half that, again, just like our first semifinal, was action-packed. And a halftime score, a halftime deficit, rather, for primetime of 10 that they just seem to not be able to really bite into and shorten.
Unfortunately, we didn't get the Naomi Gray hit at halftime either because primetime coach was very much talking to his team and trying to rally them together and was totally focused on that. And Sean Bell's coach, Coach Raheem, just left with his team. They actually went into the locker room, you know, as opposed to staying on the court and talking things out. So very interesting. You can see, like, emotions are really rising, tensions are really rising in this game right now, and should be a fun second half to watch. We saw this in last game as well with the Bingo All-Stars and Dykeman.
4 players in this game have 12 points. They're tied for the game's lead in points. For Sean Bell All-Stars, it's Tymel Murphy on 4 of 8 shooting. He's played well in the first half, and Dave Seeger as well. Both those guys coming off the bench for Sean Bell and doing a good job. Meanwhile, on the other end, primetime in red, and Kewan Smith with 12 and David Lowry with 12. Both of those guys taking in shots, and Lowry's 5 of 10, while Kewan Smith 5 of 8. Go ahead.
Tyrone Johnson notably only played 13 minutes in that first half as well. Their big scoring threat, who's averaging 22 points a game for primetime, as well as, you know, over 4 assists, one of their assist leaders. So
wouldn't be surprised if we heard some sort of injury has been hampering Tyrone Johnson. He hasn't played a lot the last couple of weeks. Maybe not able to kind of go a full 30 some odd 40 minutes in a game.
we've seen that with Malik Booth, who's out today. Once again, Malik Booth, one of the best players on the Sean Bell All-Stars, out with a toe injury, but expects to play Thursday, assuming his team gets to the championship.
Coming out scoring. Kawan Smith hits a triple for primetime. Their first possession gets within 7 quickly.
Sean Bell's going to need Sunday out of game, former NBA guards, to get involved more here and handle some more scoring load.
Pinkston fake the 3. Now here's Gaines open for a triple of his own. No good. Rebound taken by David Lowry. Primetime again able to get close. Referee timeout.
Okay. Well, a lot of fans haven't made it back yet, as you can see from their halftime break. So,
it was a shot clock malfunction as it never reset after primetime took over possession.
Surely the fans who are away don't want to miss much. Pro City halftime breaks aren't necessarily long either.
So primetime will maintain possession. They'll take the ball out of bounds. Kawan Smith inbounds to Anthony LeBroy. He's guarded by Dave Seeker. And we got another stoppage.
Oh boy.
It's actually the game clock that seems to just keep going back to 11:20 for some reason, and it gets to 11:12.
Well, it's better to have this issue now as opposed to fourth quarter late.
You'd figure in the 1990s we would have been past these technological issues with technology these days, but we're not.
We'll probably never get it 100% right. But we can keep trying.
Right.
We can keep trying.
We can have cars that drive themselves. We can't get a shot clock that works.
I'm not sure if I'm into that idea of cars that drive themselves either.
That's a discussion for a different day.
Kawan Smith preparing to take it out for prime time.
Both players from both teams showing patience.
I'm not sure how does this work for their, emotions, as we were talking about how high they are in this game. Javon Pinkston, Coach Raheem going over something on the sideline. Well, when we got back from the halftime break, primetime hit a three-pointer, cut back in. Now only down by 7. So you would figure that one run could get them the lead perhaps, but we've seen it before where they cut back into these leads, and then as they're gaining the momentum, Sean Bell just takes it right away and just opens it up again. So Primetime's really going to have to change that in the second half if they have any hopes to win this game and potentially go to the championships to take on Dykeman. We still have a clock issue here. And it looks like we're about to resume play.
So 16 is what you see in the shot clock. 11-12 is what you see on the game clock. LeBroyer for prime time. Got on the top of the key now in the corner. Kanasevich guarding him. Double teamed him. Kawan Smith to the rim. And Ramel Brown got a hand on the ball, and they say he fouled Smith as well. Gaines seems to be favoring an injury, holding the side of his face. He might have got hit by a stray elbow. Nonetheless, Smith will shoot a pair at the line.
12 first half points for Kawan Smith. Was tied for the team's leading scoring with David Lowry at 12 apiece. Made 2 of his 3 foul shots in the first half.
Smith hits the first, makes it a 6-point game as 1 minute into the third quarter, and a 10-point lead quickly turns into a 6-point lead. Primetime doing their job, hacking into it, make it 5 now. Gaines still rubbing his eye and the side of his face. Definitely if you're a shooter, you need to be able to see. And that may be something we need to look out for later in the game if Gaines is suffering the ill effects of an elbow to the face. Kanasevich passed outside the Seeger, was tipped by LeBroyer, and he's leading the break the other way. LeBroyer with the layup, and it's a 3-point game. It's prime time on a 7-0 run here to start the third quarter.
Gaines has really been favoring that ice since the first half, since the first quarter, really, so it seems to still be bothering him. We'll see how that impacts him in the second half.
Kanasevich inside to Pinkston. A couple of primetime defenders with hands on his arms and the ball, but Pinkston still powered through for the deuce.
A bit of a surprising no call there.
And this time on the other end, Pinkston rejects Kawan Smith's layup attempt. Here's Seeger the other way, leaves it for Pinkston. Passed it around Smith, but LaBroya ends up with the turnover. Here's LaBroya, spin move, triple, it's good, Anthony LaBroya. And primetime has cut the deficit to 2.
10-2 run to open the second half for primetime. We have a one-possession game here in the third quarter.
Gaines on the Kanasevich screen. He's got Tarpey on him. Goodrich came to help. Now outside the Seeger. Kanasevich with Lowry on him. LaBroya steals it from him and ahead to Tarpey. He's all alone. And the layup nearly bounced out, but he gets the roll and we get a tie game.
He looked like he wanted to dunk it, tomahawk style, one hand, and decided the layup. He double tapped the swear, as we would say on the PS4 there. Tie game now in the third quarter.
Here's Pinkston facing up Smith, now post him up, backed him down. Good defense from Smith again, and primetime can take a lead on this possession. LaBroya working off a Lowry screen. He's got Kanasevich on him now. Driving on Kanasevich, nearly lost his footing. Here's Goodrich down to Lowry, Brown on him. LaBroya down low, tried to get it back to Lowry, but Kanasevich knocked it out of bounds. Tie game here with 8:43 left in the third quarter. A shot at the championship game on the line.
5 left on the shot clock here for primetime.
Lowry with Brown on him. He'll shoot the 3 from long range. No good. Gaines with the rebound. Gaines looking for an opening. LaBroya trying to strip it from him, but can't. Now he faces him up on the wing. Gaines to the elbow and in the lane. He got fouled to go to the line.
You see the assistant coach?
The assistant coach looking at the referee like he's the sun, squinting at him.
And he's still doing it.
It's like when you're driving at about 7 o'clock in the evening and the sun's setting just right in front of the road. That's how he's looking at it, and he still is. Arching his back.
He's leaning forward so then the referee can see him.
Right. If there's any way to get a technical foul by not saying a word, it would have happened right there.
Yeah, and also let's note that he did get a technical foul early in the first quarter.
That time he said a lot of words.
So another one will not bode so well for him.
Kanasevich gets the offensive rebound off the Gaines missed free throw. Now he gets it back on the wing. Smith on him, Gaines, and then back to Kanasevich. Tried one too many passes, but it ends up in the hands of Kayvon Lynch, and he puts home the deuce.
Right place, right time for Kayvon Lynch, getting his team back ahead by 2.
Here's LaBroya driving on Seeger. Seeger too much rough stuff. And LaBroya gets the foul call on Seeger.
Tyrone Johnson still over on the sideline for primetime. LaBroya overtaking the ball handling duties for the majority of this game and doing a good job.
LaBroya working off a Lowry screen, top of the key. Lowry now driving at Ramel Brown, pump fake, creates the opening, and he can't get it to go off the window. Gaines quickly the other end. Jerome Bell's got a 2-point lead. Seeger outside the Gaines, other side wing. Kanasevich back to Gaines. So set a screen for him. Seeger now on the wing with Tarpey on him. Tarpey playing good defense. Makes him take a tough shot. With Sean Bell, Kanasevich gets the offensive rebound. There we got a new shot clock. Now Gaines driving on LaBroya. Pull up, top of the key.
They're going to need him to get going. As I've said, Sundiata Gaines, former NBA player.
LaBroya around the Lowry screen. and goes to the other wing. That's where Tarpey is, and he leaves it for Lowry. But Lowry can't go up for it. Takes a corner jumper instead. That's too short. Sean Bell will take over out of bounds.
He was open, but he faded away at the last second. That probably was the reason he came up short on that jumper. Again, Sean Bell, taking the momentum right from primetime as primetime gaining the head of steam with that 10-2 run. Sean Bell now ahead by 4.
Lynch backing down Smith. Lynch has the size advantage on Smith and perhaps the muscle advantage. He was able to get good position and force Smith to foul. Four-point lead for Sean Bell. Could be 5 there, but he missed the free throw to Kayvon Lynch. 6:40. It was a 10-point lead for Sean Bell at halftime, but prime time. I don't know what prime time is. They're not playing tonight. Prime time stormed out of the locker room in the third quarter and put a run together to get him right back in the thick of this one.
Elijah Thorpe was really getting on Kawan Smith in a positive way, I suppose, during those foul shots. So wanting more from Smith, as Smith has the ball in his hands right now.
Smith,
see if he can create something.
Guarded by Lynch, pull up 3, no good. Good positioning though underneath by Primetime's big guys, including Houston and Lowry, and a nice pass to Tarpey, but his layup couldn't go. Ahead Gaines gets the layup as Gaines rushed the other way quickly off the miss, and Primetime couldn't get their D back to stop him.
Thorpe didn't love that shot that Smith put up. 3 contested, way behind the line.
Tarpey now guarded well by Gaines, tries to find an opening but can't. In the corner, it's Lowry, guarded by Kanasevich, backing him down. Spin move, Brown comes to help, dish it outside to Smith, gotta shoot it. Shot clock violation.
Too much one-on-one isolation, no ball movement really. And a timeout for primetime called by Elijah Thorpe, who really wants to talk things over.
So it's a 66-59 lead for Sean Bell All-Stars if they jump back in front. They're up by 7. We're going to go to the sideline now, and that's where Backpack Broadcasting's Naomi Gray is with this report.
The Sean Bell All-Stars is a team that has been able to lead at the half and close out the game. If Primetime wants to get back in this, we're going to have to see a lot more from their bench because they only contributed 9 points in that opening half. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Naomi. That's a 7-point lead, and that bench for Primetime not doing its job. And meanwhile, the Sean Bell All-Stars bench is plenty deep. Sean Bell's got 3 guys in double figures now as Pinkston enters that group with 10 to join Murphy and Seeger with those 12 each. Primetime also getting some good balanced scoring. LaBroya with 12, as does Lowry, have a dozen. Lowry with 10 rebounds as well. Kawan Smith, though, leads them with 17 points on 6 of 11 shooting. Just 1 of 5 from three-point range now, and perhaps that's why they thought that three-point shot was ill-advised a couple of possessions ago. Nonetheless, 5:45 left, third quarter, 66-59, Sean Bell ahead. That's Kayvon Lynch down low, working on David Lowry. The fadeaway jumper, no good. Lowry gets the rebound, and Lynch fouls him about 78 feet away from the rim.
Looking to get Kayvon Lynch involved in the post. Haven't seen a lot of him today. Hasn't really gotten it going offensively or defensively for that matter.
LaBroya in Primetime looking to cut into this deficit. Once again, they've been doing that all game. LaBroya misses the jumper though, and Romel Brown gets the rebound for the Sean Bell All-Stars. Nice entry pass to the post, but Lowry rejects Kayvon Lynch's close jumper. Smith at the rim, no good. Houston with the rebound and the putback. 5 minutes left, third quarter, 5-point lead for Sean Bell All-Stars as Primetime's Tyrone Johnson about to check back in. Gaines, top of the key off a screen by Lynch. Lowry on him now, drives into the lane, no good. Gets the rebound back though, 4 on the shot clock's gotta hurry. His three-pointer, no good. Lowry
Nice
rips
spin
it
to
away,
get
and
out
now
of
they got numbers. Prime time with Lowry leading the way. Layup is no good, and Ramel Brown comes right behind him to grab the rebounds. Lynch ahead of everybody. That's happened 2 times now in the last 5 possessions or so where a prime-time player can't get back to block a Sean Bell all-star who's not chippy hanging, just getting a head start on offense.
Got to give credit to Dave Seeger for that beautiful outlet pass as well. As Lowry takes it to his defender, and Thorpe jumps up in anger.
Primetime just not getting the bounces, it seems, and it seems to be frustrating their coaching staff.
Thorpe is really getting on his guys for shot selection. He's not liking that Primetime. Ever since their 10-2 run, they've been taking a lot of bad shots, taking a lot of contested shots, taking a lot of shots underneath the rim where they're double team, triple team, and what have you, and not moving the ball enough to create open looks. A lot of isolation. Johnson with the ball now.
Johnson drives right to the bucket in his first possession back in the game in the second half. He drops the deuce. Lynch right at Smith, and it's an
Charge. Yeah.
It's an offensive foul.
Well, he telegraphed it. I mean, you knew he was going in slow motion, and you knew that he was going to, Euro step or perhaps lower his shoulder. It was an easy charge to draw by his defender.
5-point deficit. Johnson top of the key. Over in the corner, it's Juiceman. No good. Smith, though, skies over Kanasevich for the rebound, and they'll jump it if they ever decide to let go.
Who's at the bottom of that there? Oh, wait a minute. Are they still fighting for the ball?
Doesn't much matter who ends up coming out with it. It's not a football fumble. It's already been called a jump ball. It'll be Smith for prime time, and I don't know who for Sean Bell, to be honest. Perhaps Kanasevich. Looks like it will be Kanasevich.
It would probably be a little more entertaining if it was a fumble and to see what would happen there and who would come up with the ball. I think I'd vote for Kayvon Lynch. We're going to have a jump ball here, top of the key. Samba up by 10 before halftime, being outscored here in the second half, but really in control or so for most of the last couple of minutes or so.
Does Kanasevich look like Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, kind of.
Right?
He kind of does.
At least from this shot.
Like if Aaron Rodgers,
Definitely.
If Aaron Rodgers was in NFL Europe, yes.
If we got closer, he may not, but from here.
Yeah. Well, even, looking at it live, yeah, he kind of does.
So Kanasevich and Kawan Smith will jump it up. And Sean Bell gets possession.
Oh.
They call a foul on Kawan Smith, a touch foul. And
We'll probably have another wet spot there for me cleaning.
bucket.
Yes, we do.
that's Kewan Smith's 4th foul. He's telling his coaches he doesn't want to come out.
Well, he's been big
but
for his team.
He's coming out.
He's been big for his team. He almost has 20 points. So they're going to need his offense. This is why Tyrone Johnson coming off the bench is huge.
Kanasevich now goes right at Kawan Smith, who just picked up his 4th foul. Poole misses the long-range shot. And a big rebound and a putback.
Palmed it.
Perhaps that's because Kawan Smith can't play as aggressive as he'd like, being in foul trouble. Johnson misses the drive. Poole lobs and slams home. Anthony Cox, who just checked in.
Beautiful pass to set up that alley-oop. And we have a 9-point game. The Schaumburg All-Stars are poised to finish strong in this third quarter.
Lazy entry pass to Lowry in the post. Cox again underneath the bucket. No good. Poole gets the rebound and loses the ball. Prime Time finally gets a lucky break as they take over possession.
Quan Smith coming out now, and you could see the Sean Bell All-Stars, their confidence is growing as they continue to attack this primetime defense. They really, don't hold this defense in high regard.
Houston from 3. Short. Rebound by Kevon Lynch. Sean Bell with a 9-point lead, a little more than 2 minutes left in the third. Here's Seeger out top the key. Kenneth Savage, Kevon Lynch, blow to the post where Anthony Cox has got Houston on him. Misses. Kenneth Savage and Lowry fighting for the rebound. Lowry gets the rebound. This is off to Houston. He's driving at the bucket. Offensive foul. Kevon Lynch draws the charge for Sean Bell All-Stars.
Primetime really hasn't been able to get it going. Scoreless in the last couple of minutes ever since Tyrone Johnson just came in the game and just attacked for the layup a few minutes ago.
Kevon Lynch to the bucket. Help comes and it works, but Lynch gets the rebound and puts it home, and Sean Bell has a double-digit lead. It's at 11. Goodrich to Lowry. He's at the elbow with Kenneth Savage about 2 steps away from him. The jumper no good. And Primetime's gone a long time here without scoring.
Well, they're not making it easy. They're not making it any easier on themselves by giving up these looks and by getting inside and not really, just forcing the ball right now.
Johnson to the corners where LeBroy is. He'll step behind the three-point line, and a much-needed triple for Anthony LeBroy.
They've been trying to hit threes in transition all game, and they're kind of dying with 3, but, one could say that they're lucky to be down by 8 right now.
Kevon Lynch backing down Houston. Nice late pass to Seeger. He misses the layup. Last touch by Primetime. Sean Bell maintains possession.
Thorpe is very animated.
29 seconds left in the third quarter. Hey, what? Primetime's got a lot of coaches on the bench. People I didn't even see before looking around now.
It's like a college or an NBA staff.
Yeah.
Where you have one coach and 7 assistants.
Sean Bell's going to try to hold this for our last possession. There's a 5-second differential between the shot and game clock. Shot clock at 8. Drive to the bucket by Murphy, and he loses possession. And they call a foul on Primetime.
Well, after these 11.7 seconds, there's, unless it goes in overtime, of course, 1 quarter, and we'll find out who will play in the championship Thursday.
Murphy makes the first. Again, this last possession in the third quarter could be big. Sean Bell, you got to imagine, would love to go into the fourth with a double-digit lead. And Primetime, after fighting back from a double-digit lead to start the third quarter, maybe right back where they started. Here's Lowry, 10 seconds left in the third. Lowry now guarded by Cox, going to drive at him, a double comes. Lowry switches court to the other side. LeBroy with 1 second, can't get the layup off. Instead he passed to Lowry, who didn't get the shot off in time. And the third quarter expires with Sean Bell ahead by 10, 76-66. 1 quarter left here at Brew College. It's Nike Pro City on Backpack Broadcasting.
Sports Guru is the place where fans talk about sports via video. All videos are 60 seconds or shorter. We make the videos look more professional and fun by adding automated on-screen graphics. You can follow your favorite sports by team, trending, new, people you follow, and more. Type in the title of your video and it will automatically go into your on-screen graphics. Tag your teams and publish. Sports Guru, let's talk sports.
Athletes aren't reasonable. Is it reasonable to demand more speed from the same legs? More power from the same muscles? More air against the same gravity? I mean, does this look reasonable? No.
Back at Brew College, the fourth quarter about to begin here as Primetime trailing Sean Bell All-Stars 76-66. Both teams scoring an even 19 points. So it's really just that 9-point advantage that Sean Bell ran out to in the first quarter. Ever since the first quarter ended, Sean Bell only playing 1 point better than Primetime. And some of Sean Bell's best players not really playing that well in this game, but they're still up by 10.
Yeah, as we talked about during the break, Sunday out of games, 3 of 11, only 8 points. Malik Booth not in the game. Mike Poole, 2 points. Wow. And a bucket there from Anthony Cox off of the Kayvon Lynch feed down low.
Tyrone Johnson draws a double team. Tarpey top of the key to Lowry. Now he goes to the post. Goodridge working on Cox, and he makes a nice move, get around him to get the lead back to 10.
Does that count as a sky hook?
No.
No?
There was nothing sky about it.
Not quite.
It was right next to his head. It's not high enough.
He kind of just rolled it off his fingertips.
Yeah.
It looked nice.
It was a nice play, eh?
Yeah.
Lynch, nice pass inside. Seeger finishes.
Speaking of looking nice, the big man showing some nice passing down low to get it to the guard.
LaBroya around the Goodridge screen. Now Johnson on the other corner, guarded by Mike Poole. Spin move, nice late pass to Goodridge. Then back to the top of the key, Tarpey. The three is good. Tarpey cuts the deficit to 9, 1.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
That three puts Primetime at 7 of 18 from deep now for the game. Already attempted close to 23-pointers.
Kayvon Lynch with some nice moves, making David Lowry look silly. And the lead back to 11.
Could have easily been an and one there for Lynch, too.
Tarpey to the bucket, lost control of the ball. Referees all looking at each other.
And here comes the assistant. The thing that'll suck about Primetime losing this game is we won't get to see him in the championship.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break as well and be back with the last 10 minutes of Semifinal Tuesday on Backpack Broadcasting.
Hey, KD. So there's a lot of great players right now, and that makes it kind of hard for us to pick a favorite. So we're going to live with you for a while to help us decide.
That's a little weird, but come on in.
Did Mrs. Durant do you dirty?
Yeah, I dunked on him.
Have a sorry about that bag.
Ooh.
That's like, ooh, bang! Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. Some new ankles in there. Don't be mad. You gonna cry in the car.
The Nike Pro City playoffs are here, and Backpack Broadcasting will bring you the exciting action live and direct starting August 9th. Our local partner Lyft has a special postseason offer for you to get free ride credit.
Back at Baruch College, the fourth quarter just barely underway here. It's an 11-point lead for Sean Bell All-Stars. The winner of this one will play Dykeman in the Nike Pro City 2016 championship game Thursday night. Terry Tarpey with the deuce to get Primetime within 9 as we come up on 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter of the second semifinal. Sean Bell in blue, Primetime in red. Sean Bell with the 9-point advantage. This is Kayvon Lynch backing down. David Lowry gets his spot and easily goes off the window. Kayvon Lynch using his strength advantage on David Lowry.
After a quiet first half, Kayvon Lynch has really come on strong, providing that interior offense that Sean Bell needs, and perhaps could be the reason that they've pulled away up by 11 late in this game.
Goodridge with a turnaround, but Lowry gets the offensive rebound and puts it home off the window. Tough shot by Lowry, but he got it to go.
The only player in this game with a double-double so far, David Lowry, and they're going to need him to come on strong in the last 9 minutes of this ball game. There goes Lynch again, taking it right to Lowry. A little one-on-one there.
Tyrone Johnson now guarded by Poole. To Goodrich, to Lowry in the post. He had to reach for the pass. Nice pass back to Goodrich off the double. Goodrich was wide open, noticed it, cut to the basket. Lowry found him. Lynch now, go to him again. He's got buckets in the last 2 possessions. Poole thought about the jumper, then ran closer one and hit from the elbow.
That'll make some of the old-timers happy. The mid-range jumper from Mike Poole.
Here's Johnson driving. Tried to hand it off to Lowry, but Lowry couldn't control. He quickly go the other way. Murphy up and under. Nice off the window.
And here comes Kawan Smith getting ready to check back into this game.
Speed of play is definitely picked up here in the 4th quarter. 8 minutes left. Lowry on the baseline, looking to drive into the paint, but it's stolen. Kevon Lynch made the play. And there's a foul called at about mid-court.
That looked like it was going to be an interesting fast break there for Sean Bell. They're up by 13 now, looking to pour it on Lee. That's interesting.
Smith comes in for Lowry.
Yeah. Perhaps it's because Kevon Lynch has been giving it to Lowry.
So now Goodrich guarding Lynch. Strips it away, and LeBroy takes over. Going to the bucket, tries it behind the back to Tarpey.
Wow.
Lynch got it instead and took a couple steps. No travel called, but here's Murphy, a nice double pump layup by Tyrell Murphy. Things starting to slip away for prime time.
Elijah Thorpe just threw up his hands like, what is he going to do? His team is down by 15 with 7 minutes to go in a win-or-go-home game.
LeBroy misses the triple, and Sean Bell told to slow it down, but Poole with a 3. That could have been a backbreaker. LeBroy instead going the other way for prime time. Double comes. LeBroy looking for an opening. Kewan Smith now top of the key. Here's Tyrone Johnson down the wing. The triple is good. Big shot for Johnson, and primetime needed it. Their deficit just a dozen.
They're not out of it yet, but they really need to convert on these open looks, especially from three-point range if they're going to come back in this game.
Lynch now way away from his range. He's got Goodrich on him. Tried to get a foul call.
He doesn't deserve it after that.
Lost the ball. Tarpey tried a fancy pass. The second time in almost as many possessions that Primetime tries a fancy behind the back pass and ends up turning it over.
And before it was Laboria who Tarpey was targeting on that pass, or so we think, because, you know, he kind of threw it to the door there. And it's 92-80. And Sean Bell's really in control. Primetime is crumbling before our very eyes right now with the season on line.
6:25 left. It's a 12-point deficit for Primetime. Tarpey guarding Murphy.
Isolation.
Now it's Seeger with LeBroy on him. Jab step back to Murphy. He'll take it from the extended elbow. Doesn't get the roll, and Primetime gets the rebound. Ahead to Tarpey. He's ahead of everybody. He makes a tough layup.
Ooh, it was almost out of bounds when they impounded the ball there. That could have been a violation.
Sean Bell's going to take a timeout. They lead by 10 with 5:46 left in the fourth quarter. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back on Backpack Broadcasting.
Hey, KD. So there's a lot of great players right now, and that makes it kind of hard for us to pick a favorite. So we're going to live with you for a while to help us decide.
That's a little weird, but come on in.
Did Mrs. Durant do you dirty?
Yeah, I dunked on him.
Have a sorry about that bag.
Ooh. That's like, ooh, bang. Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. Some new ankles in there. Don't be mad. You gonna cry in the car.
The Nike Pro City playoffs are here, and Backpack Broadcasting will bring you the exciting action live and direct starting August 9th. Our local partner Lyft has a special postseason offer for you to get free ride credit. Download the Lyft app and use the code NPC Playoffs to get up to $50 in free ride credit. Lyft.
We're back here at Brew College for the last 5:46 of the fourth quarter. It's a 10-point lead for the Sean Bell All-Stars, who have won 6 of 7 during a regular season. A win here would put him in Thursday's championship game against Dykeman, who beat Bingo's All-Stars in the first game of this Tuesday night doubleheader. That championship game Thursday night will be here on Backpack Broadcasting. Anthony Cox posting up Kawan Smith, gets to his spot. It's the lefty, hope to go.
Strong play coming out of the timeout that Sean Bell called. Up 12 now, and a steal.
The pass inside to Houston, but Houston didn't grab hold of the ball, and Sean Bell ends up with a steal.
Coach Raheem ran half court to tell his team to slow it down. They have the clock in their favor.
Nice cut and bucket by Tanmel Murphy, who's had a big game.
A mini alley-oop there from the Sean Bell All-Stars. They're up by 14 now.
5 points left, fourth quarter. David Lowry and Vernon Goodrich about to check back in for prime time, who just misses another three-pointer.
It's now or never for prime time, and it's looking more and more like never.
Cox with Smith. Tough play down low. Murphy shoots the three. It's no good. We go the other way quickly. Here's Tyrone Johnson to LeBroy. He had a three, but drives instead. Nice pass to Houston. But Ramel Brown playing good defense on him.
They're still forcing it. They're not creating good looks, and they're still forcing the ball, contested shots, and getting their shot blocked. Just missing in general.
Even on that one, he had a good position, then he wanted to fade away instead of going at the bucket.
Yeah, instead of trying to draw the foul, perhaps. And now you have Sean Bell with an opportunity to make this a 16 or 17-point game.
Murphy couldn't get it off before the shot clock expired. It's a good defense there by prime time, as we're under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter now.
It's not looking too good for prime time. And it looked like Kewan Smith just pulled himself out of the game. He's been, very good for his team for the most part.
Johnson's drive swatted away by Ramel Brown.
I think this is the beginning of the end right here.
Eight in the shot clock. Tymel Murphy. LeBroy around the Goodrich screen. He rolled to the bucket, but a little too late. Now inside the Lowry. His shot swatted away. Goodrich gets the rebound and puts it home.
Sean Bell holding the ball, 14-point lead with less than 3 minutes to go, and we have an anticlimactic finish coming.
Murphy high off the window, no good. Brown's rebound attempt, no good. Here comes LeBroy. 2-on-1. Johnson's going to try a three. Too strong.
And that pretty much sums up the game right there. Coach Storp calling a press, wants his team to press right now. Kewan Smith back in the game after initially taking himself out. He's back on the floor right now for prime time. And they're pressing. This is their last chance, hoping to get one last surge in an effort to make it to the championship game Thursday.
2:20 left in the fourth. Sean Bell's lead 14. Murphy. Driving on Lowry. No look scoop attempt, no good. Here comes LeBroy the other way. Ahead to Smith, lost possession of it, and they say he got fouled.
He was bailed out there because that was another turnover waiting to happen. They've done a lot of that in this game, so.
The prime time emptying the benches. Michael Stone and Denzel Banks, who haven't seen action yet in this one, come in.
We're seeing some fans leave Baruch College Gym. Anthony Labroya out of the game. So, I'm packing it in here.
Smith with the three, no good. We'll have the player of the game post-game as Naomi Gray will interview somebody from Sean Bell All-Stars, presumably, as could be one of many. Perhaps Kymel Murphy gets the player of the game award in this one.
Probably my fault, although Kayvon Lynch has had a big second half as he almost loses the ball there.
Count that, and a foul for Dave Seeger.
So it looks like it's going to be Sean Bell versus Dykeman.
Definitely not what we thought it would be at the beginning of this season, but probably the two strongest teams late in the season.
A lot of teams probably would have thought Bengals All-Stars would be back, who lost earlier tonight at their chance of repeating, losing 4 straight to end the season, but Sean Bell versus Dykeman, no less. Sean Bell will have Malik Booth back, who didn't play today. Another air ball.
Banks' shot, no good.
As Malik Booth said, you know, he expected with full confidence that his team would win and practically guarantee that his team would be in the championship Thursday. And he looks like a prophet right now. Quan Smith shaking his head and is walking over to our table. People may at home maybe watching, oh, this is just a summer league, you know, like why are these players and coaches taking it as seriously as they do? And, you know, guys are competitive. They've been playing this game their whole lives and they want to win. These coaches too. They've been around the game their whole lives and they want to win.
Championship, 7 p.m. Doors open at 6.
Remember a few weeks back from the X-Men, Tommy Eddy was an MVP and he had said, like, you know, I need that championship. I really want to win that. And that resembles how a lot of guys feel here tonight. And we'll get to see the championship game Thursday at 7.
Murphy misses the three as they play out the last minute of this one. The string ends for prime time, but it's all set for Thursday night, the championship game between a team that combined only lost 3 games this season. The Sean Bell All-Stars, 7-1 now, counting this playoff win, will play Dykeman 6-2, counting their playoff win earlier tonight when they beat the defending champs, the Bingos All-Stars. So the final score, Sean Bell 102, prime time 85. The finals are set, but we're not done here yet, as Naomi Gray will be courtside with the player of the game in just a few moments. The Sean Bell All-Stars without their starting point guard, Malik Booth. Didn't really need much of their backup point guard, Cliff Clinkscales. I don't think he played at all in the second half, but Sean Bell, save for those 4 minutes where they allowed primetime to get back in it, really played a flawless game in this one.
Yeah, the Sean Bell All-Stars, the loss of Malik Booth wasn't really a factor. Sunday other games wasn't great, but, you know, he posed enough problems for primetime, and Sean Bell just overwhelming primetime with their depth. really, and that's what's been carrying them all season. Finished 6-1 in the regular season, and they really look like the best team in all of Pro City right now.
So on the sidelines now is Backpack Broadcasting's Naomi Gray. She is with the player of the game from a successful performance from the Sean Bell All-Stars. Naomi.
I'm here with the player of the game, Tymel Murphy. Tymel, just kind of looking back at what you and your team has been able to accomplish this season, how much does this win tonight mean to you guys?
It means everything, you know what I'm saying? We're playing in the championship this Thursday, so we wanted to come out here and play hard. We knew Primetime was a tough team, and, you know, it's the semifinals, so a lot of people is psyched up and excited and hyped, but we had to be poised and realize that they was going to make a run, but we was going to make a run too, and, you know, we just came out the better team tonight.
You and Dykeman you guys did open this season here at Pro City, so you guys are very familiar with each other, but what do you think is you guys' biggest advantage over them?
I just think that we got a lot of guys that's interchangeable, and we have a lot of versatility on the team, and they got some bigs and stuff, but I think that we can capitalize off our versatility.
Thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
So that does it from Baruch College. The finals are set for Thursday night. You can watch them here on Backpack Broadcasting. Semifinal number 2 won by the Sean Bell All-Stars 102-85. The final score, Sean Bell with 5 players in double figures, including Tymel Murphy, who we just heard from, with 22 points. Dave Seeger with 18, a pair of guys, Anthony Cox and Javon Pinkston with 10, and Kayvon Lynch with 13. Brian Fonseca.
The main thing really is that the Sean Bell All-Stars, they have a lot of depth, as we mentioned. They have a lot of guys coming at you, so it wasn't really one guy in particular. I actually think the Sean Bell All-Stars, for all of their wins, they're probably the only team or one of the only teams that have had a different player of the game each and every time. You know, we've seen Malik Booth up there. We've seen Kayvon Lynch up there. This time it was Tymel Murphy. And we saw Mike Poole last week. So really, it's just been a very all-around attack for the Sean Bell All-Stars. And, you know, if this matchup were to go to Vegas, for example, I would say that they're the betting favorites to win this game. So, you know, I'd put my money on the Sean Bell All-Stars Thursday, but I will not be betting, so don't hold me to it. And we'll see what happens in the championship game. I'm looking forward to it, very excited. It's at 7 p.m., so, you know, it should be a great one.
You can watch it here on Backpack Broadcasting. Again, that's Thursday night. The Sean Bell All-Stars playing in the championship game. And that does it here for Tuesday night. The semifinal Tuesday is complete. Please watch again Thursday night on Backpack Broadcasting.
Looking for a